Hey guys, what's up? This is Apostle MB with your Tuesday morning motivations for you. I pray you guys are having a wonderful start of your day on today. Today, for just a few moments, I want to talk to you from a thought of reach. Reach. Have you ever heard this little statement made? Don't stop till you reach the top. Don't stop till you reach the top. Now, the purpose of, and the key word is reach. Stay consistent. Stay faithful until you obtain, until you get what you're looking for. And of course, the thing that you're looking for to achieve in that statement is to get to the top. The word reach simply means to extend or to stretch. To extend or to stretch. Normally the thought, when you hear the word reach, normally the thought about reach is with your hand, because your hand is really the most used limb of your body that does the most reaching. And so that thought is to reach. When we reach, reaching expresses two specific things, or two things that I actually want to talk about. One, it expresses I need help. I need help. You know, you see a person sitting on the floor, or a person that sits in a chair and it's hard for them to get out of the chair. They will normally reach so that someone can help them get out of the chair. So reaching says I need help, but also reaching says I'm helping myself. And I thought about that when I was looking at this. I thought about of how when a person is exercising, one of the things that we do when you're exercising is we go to a thing, and I'm not really sure what it is called, but you reach up and you grab hold of the bar and you pull yourself up. And what is it doing? You're helping your own self up. And so reaching says I need help, but it also says I'm helping myself. And this is what the Apostle Paul tells us in Philippians 3:13. He said, you know, I don't act as if I have already gotten there. I don't act as if I have already apprehended. But look what he said, this thing that I do, forgetting those things which are behind. And I don't have the time to deal with that forgetting that of what's behind. He said, but I reach to those things that are before. And he goes on in verse 14 that I press. And this is what Paul was saying. He said, if you're going to get something, you've got to learn to reach. Now, there's several processes of reaching, and because when we begin to reach, one thing, we reach forth. We reach forth. We extend our hand. We reach forth, but it is also the extension. I was studying this, and I found out that really what Paul was talking about was, it was talking about a person in a race. Whenever, because they did a lot of racing of those days on horseback, and many times when the rider was riding, he would also many times have his competitor riding right next to him, and they're running basically what is considered neck and neck, and both of them are headed to the finish line. And so what a good rider does is he trains his horse to stretch his neck, to extend his neck, so that when they get right at the finish line, the horse that extended his neck, he by headwise will be the first thing that crosses over the finish line. He will break the little ribbon, and he would be the winner, only by head stretching. So when we learn to reach, Paul said we reach forth. You can never obtain anything in your future still reaching behind. So you got to reach forth. You got to reach forth. And then the second reaching that I really want to highlight is, not only do we reach forth, but we got to learn to reach beyond. What are you talking about, Apostle Beck? To reach beyond. You know, in life, things happen. You know, you're geared up, you're ready to go. You start your day. You excited. I got up this morning. The day's going to be great. I've done planned my day, know what I'm going to do. And all of a sudden, something unplanned and unanticipated happens. I heard of a story. It was in a song some years ago. That and let me back up. And those unplanned things happen, and sometimes it alters our whole day. I heard this story in a song some years ago, and the story tells about a man that were on a boat, and one of the occupants fell out of the boat into the water, and he was drowning, and those that were still in the boat threw a rope out for him to be pulled back in. And as the man was pulling himself up between the boat and the one that was in the water, a break came in. The rope began to unravel. And while they was telling him, come on, come on, come on, he looked up at him. He said, but the rope is breaking. And the ones in the boat told him, reach beyond the break. Because if you don't reach beyond the break, it's going to break. And guess what? You and the other portion of the rope is going back into the water. So he said, reach beyond the break and grab a new hope. And guys, things happen in life. Stuff go on. People turn on you. People flip on you. Issues happen in life. Stuff that we never planned, never anticipated, never even foresaw. It happens. But listen, if you don't move beyond that break, you run the risk of going down and drowning. But if you learn to reach, I don't know why it happened. It ain't even my purpose of knowing why it happened. I don't know why your friend turned on you. I don't know why mine turned on me. But listen, it ain't really a point of knowing why they did it as much as it is reaching beyond that break. Reach beyond that break. And I say unto you today, guys, as you move into your day, you're going to have some breaks in your life. You're going to have some times that you might go down and you need some help getting up. But listen here, no one will help you, including God, until you start making a move. You got to reach with your faith. You got to reach with all of your hope. You got to reach with all of your might. That listen here, and you know, and all of us have had times. We all had times, and I'm done. We've all had times where we were helping someone up, and maybe we had some slippery substance on our hand, and as we grabbed their hand, our hands pulled apart. And sometimes it required, I've done this before, I reached beyond their hand and caught hold of a spot between their wrist and their elbow, and they caught the same area, and we locked tight and pull them up to where they needed to be at. Some people requires that pulling with all of our might to get them to where they need to go at. You need someone that when you reach to help pull you up to that place. So I say unto you today, reach, 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 reach forth and reach beyond. And you know what? God will help you, and things are shifting in your favor on today. Listen, this has been Apostle MB with your Tuesday morning motivation. I pray you guys have a wonderful day in the Lord, and look forward to you catching me back on the next time. Reach,